Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is SYAMIMI binti AZMAN, matrix number 2042, and with my partner.
Hello, my name is IZZATTI NAJWA binti YUSUF, matrix number 204248. Today we are going to present about our new project named DBP Frtilizer, or also known as Dehydrated Banana Peels Frtilizer.
Before we get into the project, let me introduce you guys to the team member. As you guys can see, the project team member consists of 3 important people that have different roles. Our project is led by Cik Juliana Asisa, me, myself, SYAMIMI as project launcher, and with my partner as project manager, IZZATTI NAJWA.
Moving on to the project. So briefly, this project are about making natural fertilizer that comes with a lot of benefit as well. Our project are different because we are making first banana peels fertilizer in powder.
So this project actually is a new idea of using banana peels. Before this, there is someone already invented a banana peels water that also used as fertilizer. Here, we bring you guys a new idea of using these banana peels into different state other than liquid form.
So without further ado, let's get into the introduction. So why we chose banana peels instead of other kitchen waste? It is because from previous research, it is proven that fruit peels are a good source of nutrient and effective for plant growth.
This fertilizer is improvised from banana peels water. This fertilizer exists in powder form that can be used in a lot of ways. This powder also easy to be handled, ready to be used, and can be stored for a long period of time.
So, objective of this project is first, as a pH regulator for soil, can improve soil morphology, and lastly, can reduce kitchen waste.
Moving on, we can see the problem with the oil invention. Oil invention are hard to control because it is in a liquid form. Other than that, the water itself also gives unpleasant smell and can attract insects by its strong smell. It also can't be stored for a long time as a bacteria can grow in it. By all of this problem, we came up with a new solution.
So, our solution is we provide a powder fertilizer that easy to handle and can be stored longer. Secondly, we offer product that has light smell, do not attract insect by its strong smell all at once. And most important part is, we provide superior product that eco-friendly, which is 100% free of chemicals that bring dangers to environment, aquatic life and the plant itself.
Next slide shows the strength and weakness of this project. The ratio is like 9:1, so there are a lot more strength than weakness in this project. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As for the weakness, this powder has a low rate of solubility in water.
There are 3 variables that we choose for this project. First, manipulated variables. Manipulated variables is time taken for plant to grow. Second, responding variables. Responding variables are height of plant. And third is constant variable, which is type of fruit powder. Next, we show you guys materials and apparatus we need to make this fertilizer and also to observe the effectiveness and quality of our fertilizer. As for the fertilizer, we need banana peels and a container for the observing part. We need turmeric plant, salt and 2 pots to observe the difference.
This is our project timeline. Early in August, we start brainstorming idea and discuss about this project. And at the end of the August, we start prepare for the material and apparatus needed to develop this project. On 1st September, we start.
There are really simple procedure to make this fertilizer. First, separating the banana peels and cutting them into smaller pieces. Next, drying them under the sun and also baking them in oven to make sure they really dehydrated. As for the important part, we blend the material until it's smoothened into powder. Lastly, we pack them into container banana and they are ready to use.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I SYAMIMI SYAZLIN and with my partner IZZATTI NAJWA will guide you guys on how to make DPB fertilizer. DPB fertilizer stands for Dehydrated Banana Peels Fertilizer. So without further ado, let's just get into the video.
So the only ingredient that you need to make this DPB fertilizer is banana. Next, prepare a large container to put the banana inside. So, firstly, you need to separate the banana from its peels. Put aside the banana because we're gonna use the peels only. Next, cut the banana peels into smaller pieces and put in the other container. Lay the smaller pieces of the banana peels on the container. And after you are done, put your container under the sunlight to dry it out. So to make sure your banana dry enough, put it in the oven at 30 minutes on 60 degrees Celsius. This is how your banana peels will look like after 30 minutes in the oven. Lastly, blend your dry banana peels in blender until it turns into powder. So the final product will look like this after you blend in the blender. Thank you for watching and good luck on your trial. Bye!
So this is the transformation you should see if you are doing this fertilizer. So we have arrived at the last part of this project, which is the result. As you guys can see, there are two pictures of plant. As for the first picture, the left one seemed to be healthier and taller. This is because the left one we put the fertilizer every week for a month to see the progression, and it turned out into impression.
As for the second picture, we can see a single pot with a healthy and tall plant inside. As we're doing this project, we also test the powder on the ground up plant and it turned out great. And surprisingly, this plant grew even faster after putting this powder in it for 2 weeks only.
Next is the table of the plant height. These data are taken by the first picture plant. The plant we plant and observe for 30 days, and we record the data every 3 days. The difference from the data is actually quite big for one plant in a month. The plant with DPB fertilizer are growing taller than the one without the fertilizer. The last day the record on is 50 cm on plant with DPB fertilizer and 9 cm on plant without DPB fertilizer. We also make a graph for you to see clearly the difference with these two plants. The graph with the red line is the plant with DPB fertilizer and the blue one is without the DPB fertilizer. We can see the plant with DPB fertilizer grow faster since the beginning, which is in 3 days. We already can see the progress, unlike the blue one which grow around 5th or 6th day.
Other than that, we also provide you guys the chart of solid waste, which is one of our objectives. Here, you can see total waste every year is 2.01 billion, and 1 of 3 billion of that waste was kitchen waste alone. If we make this fertilizer go worldwide, we can decrease approximately 40 million pounds of this solid waste, because that 40 million include fruit waste and peels. So, as the conclusion for this project, I believe we have shown you guys we achieve all our objectives, which is as pH regulator that help plants grow faster, soil morphologies, and nurture the earth by reducing kitchen waste. As for the result, I also believe the graph and picture talk itself about the quality of this DBP fertilizer on plant.
Lastly, we both do believe this fertilizer is a big move and good invention to environment.
I think that's all from us. Thank you and have a